in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude, and I'm here with my guest star, J53518, to review
Just One Bite. What bite is it? A crab apple? A Krabby Patty? Or crabs? Are they up your butt? They'd be damned if the goose got them up your butt. Anyway, hey guys, it's J5. It's Chris Walken. The plot is that SpongeBob wants to get Squidward to love a Krabby Patty because at the beginning of the episode, he says he never had a Krabby Patty and never tried one. This breaks SpongeBob's heart, really gets him a bit nervous, saying, hey, you love Krabby Patties, and they all say the people who never had a Krabby Patty never tasted one. Squidward, being the jealous douche, doesn't always want to eat a Krabby Patty, but we find out there's a little giddiness in him that makes him eat Krabby Patties in secret. So every day, in the Krusty Krab, he sneaks by to lie to SpongeBob. It's really a revenge story, because think about it. SpongeBob hated being ridiculed by Squidward, even though they're neighbors, and SpongeBob is made fun of by Squidward since he always makes Krabby Patties, and since Squidward wanted to take a liking in SpongeBob, he gets his comeuppance by basically getting fat and going kablooey. It's really hilarious in that crazy, addicting way. Yet we see how much of an insane person that Squidward has. He has like a psychosis. He's like Hannibal Lecter with Krabby Patties. He ate its liver with fava beans, a nice Chianti. I like this episode. It was a great direction with it. It's crazy. It's Squidward. He's fat. Okay, we see it through his thunder thighs. Or thunder flippers, or tentacles. Or thunder claps, whatever the hell you call them. Gim-gams, or what the fuck you call them. So, what do I give this episode? 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoy it. It's not perfect, but I enjoy it as well. Okay, the only flaw I really have is, did that really get to your thighs? That's the only bullshit I have. You know, mostly Squidward would be fat because he ate all the Krabby Patties. Really going to your thighs? I know it's a cartoon, but be realistic. You'd have a fat gut than fat legs. So what do you think, Tiger Dude, of Just One Bite?
Just One Bite is awesome. It's a fantastic episode. It's one of the most hilarious episodes ever put in SpongeBob SquarePants.
I agree.
The writers had a very amazing idea, and it's really interesting to see Squidward actually eat a Krabby Patty, because you realize that he never actually bothers to eat a Krabby Patty before.
We only see crabs and SpongeBob and everyone else eat them.
Yeah, and I found the idea to be very intriguing. And once Squidward tasted the Krabby Patty, it was hilarious. He can't help it, and he just has the crazy craving for Krabby Patties. Yeah, he just can't get it out of his big squid head.
Never gonna stop.
The storyline was really good. I thought it was very well thought out. It's something very unique. The writers definitely had a lot of ideas with this episode, and I truly admire that. Brilliant writing, brilliant, clever jokes. Everything was memorable here. Only flaw is a minor flaw, and that's just the ridiculousness of Squidward not admitting to SpongeBob that he likes a Krabby Patty. It's just like, why don't you just admit to SpongeBob you like it instead of hiding it? That was a little bit ridiculous to me. It's a minor flaw, just bugged me a little. Overall, I am going to give Just One Bite a 9.5 out of 10. It's really fantastic, and it's plain hilarious. The Bully. So what is the plot, Mr. J5?
The plot is that SpongeBob goes to boating school, and he meets a new student named Flats. But all he says is kicking his butt. Now that SpongeBob's trying to get out of it, trying to make sure he's going to be friends with Flats and not get his butt kicked, literally his square ass could be flatter than Sonny Liston fighting Muhammad Ali. He'd be flying like a butterfly, sting like a bee. So later on, through a misconception, we found out that SpongeBob has to go through a lot of hell to prove that he's not a bully himself. God, this episode's full of bullshit. Really, the other plot of it is just Flats. Get it? He's a flat one of a guy. Why the fuck? does he punch SpongeBob? I know he's gonna kick his butt. SpongeBob can beat his ass. He knows karate from Sandy. Why couldn't Sandy come in and beat his ass? I would love to see this Herculean woman squirrel of strength beat the shit out of Flats. The misconception of Flats getting knocked out by SpongeBob. First of all, he's been punching him the whole episode. It's a running gag. He's been punching SpongeBob when he does everything. Going to bed in the morning, eats Krabby Patties, makes Krabby Patties, goes to the bathroom. God, I don't even know why he punches him in there. Taking a shower, feeding Gary. I mean, come on. Flats can't take it as much anyway. But the bullshit that comes like here. After SpongeBob says his big speech and after Flats gets winded, fatigued, Mrs. Puff walks in saying, She sees that SpongeBob's fist is cocked and she notices that Flats is on the ground. So she says, and I'm not going to quote as much, SpongeBob, why'd you knock him out with violence? I'm going to kick your butt. How the fuck can you kick his ass? It's a misconception, lady. I know you're the teacher and you're Mrs. Penn, you're his favorite teacher. I know you hate him. But come on. He didn't kill Flats. Why did you kick his ass? The inconsistency with the violence is so retarded. Patrick is the biggest idiot in this episode. How can you not help SpongeBob beat up a bully? Come on. Even Patrick is scared of his friend. And first of all, how the fuck is Patrick the dumbest person in Bikini Bottom? More dumber than, I guess I would say, Squidward. Sorry, because he's a statistical dumbass. Be friends with a flat fish. A flat bowfish. Seriously. I understand he has weird connections because he's a dumbass. How are you friends with this guy? Friends with SpongeBob. You guys have been together ever since. Yeah, you're like the Bert and Ernie of Nickelodeon. You're not gay living under one pineapple. But that's a different story. But still, why the fuck is he friends with Flats? I'm done.
I hated the bully. I really hated the bully. I hated the storyline. It doesn't make any sense, first of all. Flats comes in, he's a new student. The first thing he says as soon as he sits next to the poor little sponge is, I'm gonna kick your butt. Okay, one, why does he want to kick SpongeBob's butt? It doesn't make sense. Also, here's another stupid thing about this episode. Mrs. Puff tells Flats to go draw something up on the board. You know what Flats draws? He draws him kicking SpongeBob's ass. And you know what Mrs. Puff says? She's like, oh, how wonderful, so creative. It's like, what were the writers thinking? Did they not know how much this episode did not make any sense? It was not very funny. It was so uninspired. It just didn't feel very creative. Oh yeah, and then the thing with Patrick, him being his buddy. Oh my... I don't even know what to say. That's how much this episode pisses me off. It really has a terrible storyline to it. And then things just get more preposterous as it gets to the end. And it still doesn't make any fucking sense why he wants to kick SpongeBob's ass. The part where his own dad is afraid of him, that is cruel. It's not funny to me at all. And I just found it to be one of the most stupidest moments. Well, pretty much everything about this episode is so fucking stupid. But that was the moment that just made me go, oh my gosh. I can't believe not even his own father could stand up to Flats like that. It's not executed very well. It's very lazy and gets super convoluted as hell. And the other stupid thing, Flats chases SpongeBob with this, like, garbage truck. And then he spins around and ends up in the hospital. You know who takes him to the hospital? SpongeBob. He even gave him apparently 4 hours of CPR according to the doctor. SpongeBob gives him flowers. And then you know what happens? Flats still wants to kick SpongeBob's butt. I just really didn't feel the writers tried. If I have to give my positives about this piece of living shit, I will say there are a few moments, and I will admit the running gag with SpongeBob pointing at Flats, but everyone keep on think it's actually the old man. It's cruel, but at least it's like cruel in a funny way, not like the rest of the episode where it's so cruel that it's messed up and it doesn't make any sense.
I love the young people. What did they making faces? You're like cooking butts, old man? I love the young. I'm gonna stop that. The young people. I'm gonna stop that right now. But yeah,
so you
the only positive.
You like the running gag too?
Yes. Even if I gave it that saving grace, it still didn't save its destructive nature out of its ass. It's 1 out of 5! God!
So I really hated the bully. I have nothing else to say. Fuck this episode. Just fuck it. I'll go a 2.5 out of 10 for the bully.
What an epic fail, my friend.
Please subscribe to J53518's channel. I will leave a link in the description below.
Adios. Sign off. Bye-bye.
I am 22 Tiger Dude. Don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!